good evening. How's everyone doing? I've been fishing for an hour already, and I've lost 2 sets of gear. Well, I've been fishing for about 40 minutes and lost 2 sets of gear. One because I forgot to put the bailing arm on, standard, and another because I got snagged, which I was quite surprised about. But I hope everyone's alright anyway. Golly, hello buddy, Ian, how you doing mate? And Aid Colne Valley Tackle and Bait, hello buddy, how you doing? RJ mate, whereabouts am I? I am, let's come behind the screen. So, in fact that's not focused very well at all, is it? There you go, how about that? As you see. So that is the end of Yarmouth Pier, and that all the boat says Yarmouth Harbour. So yeah, so this is a little sort of beachy bit which has got really easy access, no parking. I've always wanted to fish it, I never have. It's supposed to produce a few bass, so I was hoping for a bass. Hoping for a bass and some bream really, but so far I haven't had a single knot. I've got some black lug, I've got some sand eel, and I've got some squid. I've got 3 rods today. You just might see the one there. That's just a little 10-foot rod I've got on a running ledger, which is just at the end here. And I haven't got any mackerel, so I've got a whole squid and a bit of sand eel on it. Sandard, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I knew it began with S. Yeah, I'm at Sandard. Baz on the rocks, hey buddy. Rich, yeah mate, I'm getting into practice, but it's not looking like it's going to be good, to be honest. It's pretty windy. I don't know if you can hear that on the mic or not, but it's a definite strong breeze. I went fishing the other night as well, and I really didn't do very well. Golly, how do you get on down at Atherfield, buddy? Because I lost a lot of gear down there. Hi Val, how you doing? Sorry if I've missed anybody, but less snags. Well, move along a bit towards the harbour. Yeah. Do you know what though, mate? They've got they've put this string of buoys in just here, which goes right around. So basically it's the last bit, which is kind of where I wanted to fish, but maybe I should have gone into the next one, the next little bay in between the groins. I did think I picked up my other rig on one of them, and as I brought it in, but it was just the main line. But at least it's not floating around in the water. That's just something. Hey Gary, mate. Yeah, mate. I'm getting all right. I do all right at the Common. I just really wanted to fish somewhere different because I've never fished here before. But yeah, this first little area seems a bit snaggy. One rod that's going off to the left, I'm getting in every time, but the one I'm going straight out is getting snagged pretty much every time. But I've got it back twice and lost it once. I am not scared, Rich. No, I'm feeling pretty confident. But I do like the call out. That's pretty good. get a response together in the next couple of days. Yeah, I've got, like I say, I've got one in close. That third rod I've got in close with a 3.0 and a whole squid. I haven't got any mackerel. And these two I've got out a bit further, not mega distance because the weed was a bit strong, so I brought them in closer. But you never know. I really wanted a bream, to be honest, but and the tide is definitely moving because they were swinging round, even though it's about high tide now. But I haven't had a single bite yet. But those two are fishing pretty small baits and small hooks at the moment. But I may well change it up. Nathan, buddy, David. Yeah, you know what I really wanted to do was get right over to that right hand corner, like right in there, but because of all these buoys that they've put here for the swimming area, I don't think you can fish it. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Gary. I don't think you can get in there. Hey Ross, mate. Be better with a turn of tide. Yeah, I think high tide. It's one of those sort of really long high tides tonight. It started at 6:30 and it's through to 9:30, so there's another hour of it, and then it will start swinging out. So I'm probably going to fish it for 2 hours on the way out. It depends on how much it's going to pull here. Like so, I don't know, having not fished it before. But yeah, Atherfield, man. I lost a lot of gear down there the other night. I lost, I think, 3 leaders. And then I was just, because I had no leader on there, I was getting snagged up even more and losing more. I probably lost 6 leads, 6 rigs. I did manage to pull one in on the very last cast, actually. I pulled one of the other rigs in, which was quite cool. Yeah, and I only had 2 pouting for fishing from about 8 o'clock till 3 in the morning. And we kipped down in the tent, Daisy and I. But a couple of other guys, a couple of subscribers, they were down there, and they got into the bass. There was 4 of them. I think between them they had 4 bass. One was best part £7, so good fish. But yeah, we didn't get a lot at all. Daisy tried to throw in some feathers, and again, even the feathers, it looks really deep there, but it's really not. It's super shallow because we were getting snagged up all the time with the feathers as well. Okay, babe. Well, hopefully you can see this. Love you, baby. Use rotten bottoms when you're fishing rough ground. No, mate. I've never used a rotten bottom at all. I have recently made a rig which I've tried to fashion into a rotten bottom, which has got an upside down bait clip on the bottom of it, which has then got about 6 inches of 8-pound line, with the idea is the upside down bait clip will clip the weight onto, So as soon as it hits the water, it will come off, and then it will just be held by the 8 pound. But I didn't realise it was snaggy. I don't think it's even that rocky. I think probably what it is some rope or something that's out there. Because just over there, I don't know if you can see, you probably can't. Got all the yacht moorings just there. Well, I think that's because it's picked up the weed. Yeah, so you can see how much it's pulling. So that's where I had the other rod, and that one's bent right over now. I need to get another rig sorted out because I've lost two. My spare ones that I've normally got baited up. Yeah, they're long gone. So I need to sort another one out in a minute. Welcome everyone who's just dropped in. Sorry, I've just been messing about. I've probably missed a load, so if anyone's got any questions or if anyone's asked anything, just ping it up again if you wouldn't mind, because I would have missed it. I hope everyone's well anyway, and everyone can actually hear me. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm likely to get down here. I guess now the light's going, a bream's probably going to be out of the question. But hopefully as it gets darker, stuff will start coming in a bit closer, and then I don't have to cast right out into the tide. What's the light look like on there? Oh, it looks like bloody daytime. go, got another rig ready now at least. So I can at least get one ready so I'm not having to bait them up as they come out of the water. Right. What's coastal combat? Michael Beavis, hello buddy. Paul Leal, Keith Smallwood. I've missed quite a few people coming in. So hello and welcome. Yeah, so Silent Wars should be fun. Teams of 4. Battle across the water. Battle. Competition anyway. 3 rounds, I think it's 3 rounds, is that right, Rich? Winner gets bragging rights. And hopefully we'll try and get something together as well for a bit of a prize for the winning team. Right, I'm going to change this one. There we go, that's what I'm contended with right now. So yeah, I'm gonna have to keep it in closer. It's all the grass though, you know. That's what I've got going out now. It's a 2-hook clip down. It's got size 2.0s with I don't know if that's focused. Hopefully that's focusing. That's best part of a whole sand eel, including the head and a half a sand eel on that one. That's gone maybe 40 yards, maybe if that, 30, 40 yards. So trying to keep it in closer. Let's have a sit down. Yeah. Need to move back a bit. What, onto, you're talking about onto the wall, onto Norton Wall? Yeah, I did think about fishing there, but it's always a lot of traffic walking past. I thought, well, if I'm going to do a live, I'm going to look like a right idiot talking into the phone. Who else is on team Team Isle of Wight for Coastal Wars. So we've got, it was going to be a chap called John Dalamo, but he's had to pull out because he can't make the daytime. So his friend Ross is going to take his place. And, which I don't know his second name actually. He's another subscriber though. We've got Lawrence Bale, who is also a subscriber. Basically it's the guys that have been asking to fish with me really and catch up, so I thought well, it'd be a good opportunity to have a fish with them and get them involved with something. And Jake, my stepson, he's going to be in the team as well. So yeah, so that's our team. Oh, there we go. Ross. I was literally just going through it, Ross. I couldn't know your second name. And now you've just texted me. It's Ross Baxter, everybody. Ross Baxter. Who's actually, by all accounts, from the pictures I've seen, is a pretty decent fisherman, Rick. So, and I've got some pictures of Lawrence catching some fish. I know Jake, my stepson, he's caught quite a few little fish, little schoolies, and me. But yeah, so nothing too serious until we get 5 minutes before. Yeah, it's getting dark now. I'm gonna have to get some lights set up in a minute. Do you ever want a new spot to try? Fisherman's Cove Trail. Some good fish out there over the years. Ah, cool, man. Thank you. I'll have to check out where that is. Fisherman's on Trail. I think, was that not Atherfield? Is that classed as Chale? Because I was down at Atherfield the other night and it was snaggy, man. Really snaggy. Yeah, I didn't have a good time. But I came down the path, down the chine, and I hung a left, and Ross and John were on the right hand side, and yeah, they seemed to be having a good night fishing. But I probably went about 100 metres, maybe more, maybe 200 metres to the left, and I was just getting hooked up all the time. I had some really good bites, don't get me wrong, but every time I had a bite, I was getting snagged. But I think some of it's to do with my reels as well, because the spools are quite small. It doesn't reel in very, very fast, so I've got to crank it, and it's still not coming out very, very quickly at all. So I think there's going to be an upgrade at some point when I can afford to. You do have a Leo. I've got a Jake. Bob D, any fish, mate? No, not a single bite. I've got 3 rods out with 3 different baits: sand eel, black lug and squid. Different size hooks. I've got 2 O's on one, 4 O's on one, and 2 O's on one, size 4s on one, small hooks, and a 3O with a big lump of squid. High water is in about an hour, give or take. Oh right, okay, yeah, I don't know. It was night time though to wrasse. Like I say, I don't really know. I've never really fished for wrasse purposely. I thought it was more daytime for wrasse. If you go left on Atherfield Beach, right to the point, it's just around the corner. Yeah, I've got Navionics. Navionics is awesome, actually. Awesome app. I am, yeah, mate. I am trying. It's because I had such a bad session, and because we took 3 rods with us the other night, they were all in a bundle still. So I thought it'd be a shame not to use them again, seeing as I had it. You guys can still see okay as well, can't you? So that's cool. You'll notice the rod on the right is dipping every now and again, but there's a big lump of weed on it, on the line. But yeah, I'm surprised I haven't had a sniff yet, really. I don't know what to try. I haven't got any, well, I've got some frozen black lug, but I haven't got any rag. I went through 10 quid's worth of rag the other night, which I know for some people is not a lot, but it's quite a bit of rag for me. Mate, I haven't got a good shaped head to be bold, buddy. There's no forfeit, Rich. It's bragging rights for winning. That's the forfeit, is you've got to put up with the other person going on about it. Which I have a feeling, if you win, you're not going to let me forget. "43 people in, cool man." Right, so you can see now the tides, we got a bit of, well, not yet, hardly swell, but that would be the tide starting to make some funky turns. So hopefully it might bring a fish. I might set up a torch now. Come on, fish here. Yeah, if everyone wants to pop over and check it out, and and you'll see my response to it hopefully in a couple of days. I'll try and get it done. But yeah, it's a pretty big call out, Rich. Got to be honest. You got some pretty big ones. It out, see if you can still see. It's not too bad. I want to leave the lights until the last sort of chance if I can. See the ferry in the background there. See, that's the White Link ferry. Yep. That's what we're fishing into. Basically, in between there's an end of a groin there, and end of a groin there. So I'm fishing right in between. I've got the ledger running ledger right next to that groin. See that lump of weed there? Where are we? There's a lump of weed there. That's on the line for the for that running ledger, which is after a bass. And the other two, one's over there on the corner, and the other one is around here somewhere. Somewhere. Oh, that could have been a knock then on that left-hand rod. How's that? But yeah, it'd be nice to get a fish, gotta be honest. It's always nice to try and get a fish on a live. I always seem to catch them when I come off. Like that bass, Rich. I don't know if you saw that bass, did you, Rich? Well, I caught that bream, and then I had that really nice sized bass keeper, big one. I don't know if you saw that, did you? That's night time. I haven't got a clue how it's going to go down during the day. I never really fish in the day, so yeah, it should be interesting anyway. Oh, what have I missed? What have I missed? Nothing at all, Alan. Nothing, not so far. I've been, what are we in the water now? Probably about an hour and a half, something like that. The light's just gone. You can't really see it so much on the camera, but it's darker than it is on the screen anyway. But yeah, nothing yet. No bites at all. Which I'm pretty surprised about. But well, am I surprised? Not really. Hour and a half in. Love it. I don't know if any of you guys watch Rod's Angle UK. Rod's Angle UK, I think he's called. Really informative, great videos. But man, the dude catches a fish like first cast nearly every time. So he obviously knows his stuff. I tried to mimic some of his rigs and stuff. He's always using worm as well, but I never seem to have much luck with rag. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a torch on those because I'm struggling to see them. And I'll sort that rig out in a minute as well. Bing. Right, I need to somehow get that, like that, on those. Come on, man. Sometimes it's really where you want it. Aha. There we go. Let's lit those bad boys up pretty well. See the fish now. I did not catch that at Tesco, Rich. Cool. Alan, I've always caught. Have you, mate? That's awesome. I have. I haven't. I wish I could say that I have, but I haven't. I reckon I'm probably about. I don't know. The percentage is getting better, so maybe 70% I'm catching. But majority of the time it is, you know. Like the last time I went out. I mean, I haven't blanked actually for a little while. But that's just, I've just totally jinxed myself now, so I'll probably blank tonight. Ah, nice one, Billy. Well, we've always caught doggy and bass at night in front of the hotel between the 2 rooms. Ah, yeah. Norton Wall, yeah. Oh, actually, tell a lie. I did blank because I blanked there the other. I did blank there the other day. After some bream, I was only there for about 2 hours, and yeah, I did blank then. But yeah, doggy. Yeah, I'm normally. Well, I haven't caught dogfish for ages, to be honest. Standing in front of the light. Yeah, the last outing with the danglers, I had like 7 pout, 2 bass, and an eel. So that wasn't too bad. But I only managed to weigh in 1 pouting because the rest of them are too small. Ah, cool, Lawrence, mate. There's our other team member. There we go, look. Got Ross and Lawrence right next to each other on the chat. That's my team, and Jake. I had mackerel in the daytime. Have you had any mackerel recently then, Alan? Because I haven't seen any. I'd love to get some mackerel, absolutely love to. I think we're definitely outnumbered. Ah, cheers, buddy. Thank you. Well chimed. Yeah, I need to figure out where some of these chimes are. Right, I need to get this rig ready to recast. go. Well, I'm not going to lie. That one didn't go where I meant it to go at all. But never mind. Let's get another light on the situation. Oh, and that would be my battery saying it's extremely low. How's that? Pretty good, eh? Is everyone happy? Happy with that? You can see. It's in the water, that's all about. Yeah, mate, yeah. Yeah, it's not very far out. I've literally just plopped it out. I find it really difficult to cast those running ledgers for some reason. I mean, I'm not the best caster in the world anyway, but for some reason, when I'm just plopping a running ledger out there, it never goes where I want it to go. Yeah, you go on the smoothies, mate. Yeah, cool, man. An OS map. What for? What have I missed? I've missed so much, I'm sure. Habib, welcome, buddy. Bass territory, though. Where are we talking about? Solent. I've missed so much, man. Oh, I need to charge her. Right. Stop moving a little bit, hopefully. I feel a little bit more on it. I wasn't on it at all when I first started. And I'm having some issues with my little action camera, which is not helping. Like I say, I have got an action camera, as you guys have probably seen in the last couple of videos. Actually, I'd be interested to know what you guys are thinking of that, using the chest cam and whatnot. If it's worth it or not, if it gives a better viewpoint on some of it. But this one seems to be having. So I bought it second hand on eBay. It's not a GoPro or anything. Ah, yes. Yeah, good shout. Oh, right, yeah, in close bass territory. Yeah. Well, that's what I thought. I haven't even bothered clipping it, you know, clipping the wires. I haven't got any other weights. I've only got wired weights. Oh, I thought that was a little bend in the rod then on the right. Yeah, I haven't got any other, I've only got, Jesus Christ. I've only got grip leads, there you go. So I haven't bothered putting the wires out, just lobbed it out there. But yeah, an ordnance survey map's a very good idea. Like I say, I use Google a lot, Google Earth, and I use but like I say, sometimes it doesn't quite really give you the names of some of them, or what people know them as well. Right, I'm going to bring that small rig in with the size 4s. It's got black lug on it. I'm going to bring that in. I've got another which is going to go out. I can't remember. I can't even remember what I put on it. But not too bad on the weed that time. It's a little bit of a fat. Still got some lug on it. Let's go with some plain old squid. Evening, what's been caught, please? David, mate, I have not caught a sausage. It's just not far, about another half an hour till properly high tide. So I'm hoping things will change. I've been fishing for probably the best part of 2 hours. But yeah, I haven't had a single bite. I mean, normally you get a couple of knocks or a couple of taps, but yeah, I haven't had anything. Oh yeah, okay. So, not might have been weed. I did have a bit of weed on there. But that was before I changed it. But there was no bait on there, so yeah, could have had a couple of something. Could have been crabs. Just having a quick scroll through. Could I be out on the boat? Got a giant net around the other way. Yeah, that would not surprise me, buddy. Yeah, we can definitely try doing something like that, but like I said, I don't know really how. I suppose any little helps really if it's for the RNLI. I mean, especially for fishermen that they go out and help people and stuff. I mean, they are one of the richest charities already, but that's cool. Can help them out a little bit more. Cheers, David. Cheers, mate. Not very good, Steve, buddy. Not very good. No bites as yet. Ian, how long am I out for? I am out for probably, I don't know, what's the time now? 20 past 9. I'll probably give it till around 11 o'clock, I reckon. It's kind of one of those that if I don't get a bite, I tend to stay out longer because it's like I don't see why I'm not getting a bite. Wrong place, wrong time, I guess. Right place, wrong time, whichever. Northern Ireland. Hey buddy, how you doing, Lawrence Ford? Carp angler, got myself kitted up with sea gear, be glad to get out to ducks. Yeah, cool man. I used to do a bit of carp fishing, that's how I sort of first got into fishing, and then I sold it all. I didn't fish for ages and ages, years and years, and then I only properly got into it again recently when we moved to the Isle of Wight, to be honest. Yeah, you might need them, mate. Did I receive anything from PayPal from you? I did a while ago, Rich. Yeah, I sent a couple of stickers out and stuff in the post to you. Good night all. Now I'm going through all. Yeah, hopefully David. Hopefully I'll catch. But if I do, I'll put an edit. If I get a fish, I'll do an edit. If I don't get a fish, then I won't do an edit probably. I don't think I can look on this phone, Rich, at the moment because it's on the other phone. I've using the other phone. Am I using the other phone? Which phone am I using? It's hard to tell. It's a difficulty using two phones to film. It's raising money. Yeah, no. And all joking aside, it is a good cause. I've had to use them when I had the boat. The Coast Guard. They didn't come out, but somebody else did. But I had to radio them, and they put me in touch with somebody else that could come and get me. Where am I looking? PayPal. 1 second. Believe I've had no little rattles. Oh, Rich, I did not see that, buddy. Mr. and Mrs. Jarvis, thank you very much. I did not see that. Did you, just double checking with you, bud, it looks like you did it twice. Did you mean to do it twice? Oh, I've got a knock, have I? Is that a knock? Is that the wind? Rich, dude, much appreciated, but just double check that you meant to do it twice, please, mate. See, I bet you know what it is. I bet it's bloody weed. Mate, I didn't see it at all, and you meant to do it twice. Awesome, mate. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I need to have a look at this rod. There's that thing. Yeah, I thought I was getting a couple of knocks then, and I don't know if the tide had swung around. It was like, it was hard, man, trying to bring it up. It was like it was rock solid in snag or something. But yeah, it freed up, came up, but all the bait's on there, so it wasn't a bite. Which is a little frustrating. Right, get it rebaited. Do I get rebaited? He's the same. Getting lazy. He's the same. Not been out long. I've only ever seen one rod snapped before, and that was somebody casting at Chesil Beach, and he snapped his rod and the mackerel were going crazy, and I had a spare rod which he said, can I buy it? And I said no, but you can borrow it. And I kid you not, his very first cast with it, he snapped that as well. Little trophy, yeah, that could be fun, mate, yeah. I think the losing team is allowed to sort out the trophy for the winning team. And get it engraved. Oh, cool, Ian, mate. No, thanks for stopping in, dude. Much appreciated. As always, to everybody for stopping by. It's quite humbling, really, to like when people stop in. Because at the end of the day, I only have that chatting rubbish and generally, well, no, I've had some fish, so I can't really say not catching, but yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice that everyone pops in, really. Okay, mate, yeah. Well, it's got to be honest, it's pretty quiet, eh? Everyone's leaving, mate. 23, down to 23 now. There was 40 odd about 10 minutes ago. I think everyone's got sick of just watching the ends of the rods. What's the view like, anyway? We can see the rods alright. It's probably the best lighting I've had for a little while. Do you know what it is? It's because I'm using the other camera, the other phone. My old phone has got a better camera on it, and it's bringing in the light much better. But if I shine a light, a torch anywhere near the lens, because it's got a crack in it, it messes up. But actually, that's pretty good. So I feel like the tide is it's about to turn. So could switch something on. So I don't know what to expect from this beach. Ray. Never had a ray. Somebody had a in our comp, the Danglers comp. The guy that won it, I came second, and the guy that won it, he had a £8.2 undulate. Very early on in the evening. Well, mate, North Wales, I think, being as I was born in Wales, but it's South Wales, and I now live on the Isle of Wight, and I'm Team Isle of Wight. To be honest, I think, Bob, you should be supporting the Isle of Wight in this one. Oh, I need to top up my juice. See, the right-hand rod on that stand looks like it's bouncing again, but that's what it did last time, and I struck and there was nothing here. Well, I've got to be honest, it's pretty cold tonight. Yeah, that's weed on there again. You see it bending over, look. It's not got that bite characteristic. It's the word I was looking for. Ooh. I think I'm gonna have to check that in a second. Yeah, it's going right over that. That's got weed on it. 15 minutes from Conway. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I was born in Carmarthen. So yeah, real in the south. Hey, Skippy Kung Fu, buddy. No, mate, no luck as yet. I'm just about to bring in one of the rods because it looks like it's got getting a pretty good bounce in it. So I'm going to quickly change that one over, get it out there again, and then I need to get that one baited up and change the left-hand rod as well. But I had no bites yet. Well, maybe, but it's quite hard to tell. There's a fair bit of weed in the water. Not horrendous, but it's definitely there. Right, so I've got some black lug, some squid and some sand eels, and the next thing to bait up is a 2-hook flapper with size 2Os. So come on, what am I going to bait it up with? Help me out, because I'm not catching anything. Yeah, what can I bait it up with? I've just got a little nod. Text saying the legend's got a little nod. I think that could be Gary. Not good, buddy. Weed. There's a lump of weed just down there. I think could be weed on that. Yeah, nothing, Gary. Yeah, I'm watching that now like a hawk, but I think it could be weed. I have got the bait loader with me, yeah, bud. What's the plan for the weight? Yeah, so it's just based on fish. So basically, any one fish is a point. You get an extra point for a species. So if you catch 5 fish and each one's a different species, you get 10 points. If you get 3 fish, 3 bass and 2 bream, say, then you'll get 2 points to the species, 5 points to each fish, and I think it's 3 points for the biggest fish of the day to whichever team. So only one team can get 3 points, and then it's going to be 3 rounds, I think. Is that right, Rich? Tiny baits close in. Tiny baits close in. I have got squid, yeah. I've got one. The running ledger's got a whole squid on it. On the 3.0, and then it's a running ledger, but it's got like a little flapper coming off it with a size 1.0 on it, and there's half a sand eel on that. The middle rod has just gone out with, was it the middle rod I just did? No, the left hand rod I just did. I can't remember what that's got on it. Squid? Squid, I think. Yeah, no mackerel don't count. We've already said that mackerel don't count. No fishing off of piers or harbour walls. Otherwise we'd be straight off the Yarmouth pier, or one of the piers. But I've got a daytime comp with West Wight Anglers on Sunday, and that is a daytime. So basically, I'm going to use that as a bit of research, really, to see what can be caught during the day and where. Only 4, yeah. So right, yeah. So four team members, 2 teams, 4 people in each team, 2 rods per person, 4 hooks maximum. A point a fish, a point a species, 3 points for the biggest fish of the day. No limit on whatever bait you can use. I think that's about it, isn't it, Rich? I think that's it. Yeah, you can't fish off of a harbour wall, you can't fish off of a pier. Got to both fish at the same time, it's got to be live, both of us will be going live. Obviously every fish has to be shown on camera. And let's say, Rich has chosen this one, of being daytime, Saturday the 4th of September, between 9 and 1. High tide being around 10:30, I think that's right. 10:30, 11 maybe. So yeah, so I'm all up for any comments about where to fish on the Isle of Wight during the day. So I'm kind of thinking a hedge and bets on bream for us over here, if they're about. But hopefully I'll find out on Sunday morning because it's a bream comp. Yeah, I think that about covers it, I think. But I could be wrong. I normally forget something. Pennell counts as 2 hooks, yeah. Pennell counts as 2 hooks. But that's cool. Oh, and any fish, no matter what size, a fish is a fish. So if you catch a pouting or a bream that big, it counts as a point. And you catch a fish that big, it counts as a point. It doesn't have to be in size or anything. A fish is a fish is a point, a species is a point, and biggest fish of the day is 3 points, bonus points. And then yeah, we'll do it for 3 rounds. Yeah, so I'm guessing, like, we'll get our heads together. We both agree a date, but I'll try and put a date forward for the next round, and then I guess yeah, the final date, maybe whoever's in the lead gets to choose, or whoever's in second place gets to choose. I don't know. And yeah, just play it by ear, see how it goes. It should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I think everyone's looking forward to it. It should be a good crack. Like I say, it'll all be live. I really need to put some juice in there. Stand out of the way so you can actually see. Because let's face it, you come to see some rods bouncing, not me yapping. I'm surprised I haven't had a bite yet. Oh, okay, 4 rounds. Alright, that works. 4 rounds, yeah, makes sense. 4 rounds, 2 tides each. Okay. Or Tesco again, yeah. Yeah. I didn't know Tesco sold bass that big though, buddy, to be honest. Normally, see, that looks like a knock on that smaller rod there on the right hand side, but it's not. It's a big lump of weed hanging off. In fact, I could probably do a change in that. Right. I need to bait up. You'll have to keep nipping off to the toilet, Rich, and keep checking the scores. I reckon we should stick a squid head out, hook through the eyes. Yeah. Ross, would you put that on the on a flapper, or stick it out on the ledger? Because I've got I need to bait up a flapper rig for one of the two bigger rods as well. Right on. Farm back, yeah, mate. It sucks. I've got to be honest. We've been eating really well. We ate amazingly well after that. The last live when I caught that bream and that bass. We ate really well for a couple of days after that. The bream, we made a lentil dal, and we had some runner beans from our allotment. Made some runner bean bargees and the lentil dal with a fillet of bream on the top. It was banging. Right, let's do that. I'll put it on the flapper. Get two of them out there.
Got one there ready.
Something's had a good munch of the sand eel that was out there, but I reckon it's probably tried. Yeah, I'm baiting this up now with I just chucked out 2 squid heads. Right, so where's the thing? Oh, there we go. I can't see because of the light. Yeah, so I've just put a whole sand eel now on the 3.0 on that ledger, with a half a sand eel on the little flapper on the top of it. Okay, I haven't got any mackerel. I wish now I'd have brought some mackerel, but there we go. Never mind. Right, sit and hope for a bite. Everything is baited and ready to go. Fresh bait out. Hey Martin buddy, no, haven't caught a thing yet. Haven't had a decent bite or anything yet. Yeah, it's been pretty slow, gotta be honest. Yeah, Steve, I did do that. If you're still there, mate, that's exactly what I did do. Dude, what the hell is DHAIL? Dal is lentil dal. It's basically a lentil curry, but just with lentils in it. Oh, here we go. There we go. Go on, come back. Oh, mate. Did anyone else just see that really decent bite? Yeah, big bite, and now it's just stopped. But yeah, that was on the squid head. That's not been out for very long at all. I think Blankety Blank was Les Dawson. Mate, that was such a good bite. Can't actually see the other rod, can you? There we go. If I get it like that, you can just see tip of the other one. Oh, what to do, what to do, what to do. I should probably bring that in. It's got 2 baits on it. Weed, that was not weed, buddy. That was a good, solid knock. Don't give me that weed rubbish. Yeah, it was squid head, Martin. I put a flapper out with a squid head on each hook. What do I do? What do I do? Do I take it out? This is where I start getting I question myself now. Do I take it out? Yeah, what to do? What to do? Catch a fish will do. Yeah, man. Not a lot, John. I'm just gonna check. I'm gonna check that though. Just had a decent bite. Give it 5. Ooh. Team Isle of Wight back in the house, Rich. It's been very slow, John, mate. Very slow. It is Saturday the 4th between 9 and 11. Venue yet to be confirmed, Lawrence, buddy. Haven't confirmed yet. Mate, if you don't try, you don't win, eh? Got to be in it to win it. That's the one and only bite all night. Come on, buddy. I can feel you all willing me to catch a fish. It's great. You know, as soon as you get one bite, that's all it takes, isn't it? One bite, and then you get your hopes up again. back at it. Yeah, both squid heads are gone, so I'm going to chuck that straight back out. It's a good job I'm not giving it welly, because I just forgot to take the baling arm off. And it just came down on the drag. That's because I'm getting excited, because I've had one bite, and that's all it takes, one bite. Come on. I can catch a couple of fish, Richard, thank you very much. And I've never said I can catch a couple of fish, but I think the evidence in some of the videos, the uploads, shows that I have caught a couple of fish. Just not tonight. really want to see one of these rods go over, man. I think I've got weed on that second rod there, the rod on the right. Alright, I need to sit down again. Oh,
Come on.
be happy with an eel or a dogfish or anything, to be honest. It's a bit early to say. I mean, Rich, how many fish have you caught recently on your lives or vids? How long did you go before you caught a fish this year? What month was it you caught your first fish this year? After many attempts. Yeah, John had a spanking bass down there the other night. Yeah, that was a nice fish. That was a lump. Oh, it won't be bacon, mate. I'm veggie. Well, I'm not veggie, I just don't eat meat. I eat fish. If we can catch some mackerel, I'd quite happily make mackerel sandwiches. Oh, Rich, hey buddy, how you doing, man? Too many Richards in the chat. Yeah, it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, if we're gonna blank, it's nice to blank together, isn't it? Yeah. No, I don't think we're blank. Not with 8 rods in the water, daytime. I think we'll be on the bream. I think it will be a bream sesh. like I say, I've got a bream comp on Sunday, so I'll have a pretty good idea if there's bream about then. And that's I think we start at 6, or we start at 7. Got to be there at 6. Start at 7. I think we fish until 1 or 2 o'clock. But yeah, daytime. That's all daytime. Right, I'm going to sort out that rod on the right because that's got weed on it. Tail. Let's do it. Do it.
That'll be my charger pack.
Wind's got up. Really awkward to. I can't even see where is it? Oh wow. Sorry everyone. There's a bit of a boo-boo. All gone wrong. There we go. Back in the room. Yeah, it's really hard to. Yeah, sorry about that. It's really hard to do that cast because I've got that third rod right in the bloody way. Oh yeah, that's not a bad shout. That's a very good shout. Yeah, let's not discuss tactics on here. We don't want Rich copying us. I'd say he hasn't had much luck recently, so he's going to need all the help he can get, really, to be honest. Rich Davis, I'm just going to call you Davis if that's alright. Rich has been doing all the bullying, man. He had his Weetabix this morning and he is full of banter. I don't think we've got one over here, buddy. Not like you. In the last 3 sessions I had 14 fish. What about the previous 3 sessions, Rich? But then you were fishing with Davis, weren't you? So you did have some help there, to be honest, giving you some helping tips and that. The last 3 sessions, 14. That's pretty good. I think I had 14 on Saturday. What about in the previous sessions, buddy? That's twice you said about the last 3, but what about the 3 before? Or the 6 before? Mate, we've only got a co-op in freshwater and it's expensive. If you see me putting out a couple of bass but it's already filleted, then you know I've gone to the shop. Oh, if you don't count anything under 40 centimetres, you didn't catch 14 then. Yeah, I did have one very dry, well I say very dry spell. I blanked 3 times in a row. That's the most I've blanked so far in a row. But it's pretty soul destroying when you put in all that effort to blank. I mean, it must have been really difficult for you, Rich, because it was more than 3 in a row, wasn't it? Oh, Kev, mate, no, oh, how'd you get on? Were you fishing down there, buddy? No, I did the sneaky one right on the corner here. Where there's room for 1 car, and I parked there. Unless, oh, you might actually pass, you may, oh, it depends where you live, actually. I did use a spider crab the other night, John, thank you for asking, in front of Richard, and I didn't catch anything on it. Dylan it is Rich, another Richard, Davis. Do you mind if I call you Davis? It's far easier with all the Richards in there. But yeah, mate, it's Dylan. What hours did you fish, Kev, down there? because I've got a comp there on Sunday. And you, buddy. Yeah, I'm literally. I was just parked on the corner. Well, I still am parked on the corner. It's so quiet. Come on, fish. Honestly. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I think I didn't put 2 up because it was blanked, and I'd blanked twice or something already, and then I caught on 1, and then I blanked again like 2 times in a row, and I was like, mate, I'm not putting them up. In fact, one of the sessions I blanked is one of the highest viewed uploads, which I think is quite funny. Thing with blanking, if you're going to upload it, is not to say you blanked. 6 p.m. till 8 and the week got too bad. Yeah, man, it's weedy, definitely. That's not bad. I mean, was it a good? Is it a keeper? Was it? Yeah. Well, I've started calling Rich Jarvis RJ, and then Rich is Rich, and you're now Davis. Where am I? I'm fishing just in Yarmouth, buddy. All the lights behind you, or behind me rather. The long row of white lights to the left-hand side, just underneath my rod tips. That's the Yarmouth Pier, which is probably where I should have gone fishing. But I thought, no, I'll give it a try here because I've never fished here before. So I thought I'd give it a go. And I probably shan't be back for a little while, unless I suddenly pull out a plonker at the end, which is looking unlikely. Oh, cool, man. That's good. Yeah, like I say, we're targeting Breen there on Sunday, Sunday morning. Did you lose much gear there, Kev? Yeah, mate, the pier's supposed to be really... I've had 2 off there, but they've been really small. Proper pups, not even pups. John's trying to get me to come down to Ryde Pier, aren't you, buddy, to get on the hounds? Yeah. Yeah, mate. I've done the whole squidding close. I've got a third rod. Where is it? Where's my finger? Here, right on the top right hand side of the screen. That's in close on a ledger. That I've tried a whole squid on there. Two whole squids. And sand eel twice. There's a whole sand eel on it at the moment. Well, there was when I put it out there. Yeah, pups do count on the 4th. Everything counts on the 4th, mate. I've downsized to size 8. Cheers, buddy. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you, Shuggy boy. Cheers, dude. Yeah, do you know what? Daisy said I should have just gone back to Yarmouth Common because I've fished it 3 times, I think, and I've caught every time there. But it's like I say, it is nice to fish other places and to show other people who are watching different places. But I do like it down there. It fishes quite well. Well, in my experience, my limited experience. Yeah, I may well do, mate. I will take you up on the offer for sure. I'll get down there. Yeah, that's mate. I've got size 4s on one of these. I'll use one rig with size 4s, and I'll chuck some. I need to make some rigs for it actually. Make some special Solent Wars rigs. Patented. Mate, this is dire. Right, what is the time? It's 11:15. I am gonna bait up, recast every rod. Right, come on in. What are we doing? I'm gonna recast every rod. Shall I just go 1 squid, 1 lug, and 1 sand eel? Whole squid on the ledger. 2 sandals. Sandals? I don't throw sandals out. I don't wear sandals, I wear flip-flops. Sand eels on the 2.0 with some black lug. Yeah? We going with that? We're down with that? Alright, cheers RJ dude. Thank you mate, and thank you for the donation as well buddies. Much appreciated as always. Thank you mate. Yeah, that's funny. We could. We're not enemies, dude. It's not armies. We're not playing armies. Although we are going to win. Well, actually, it has to be, doesn't it? Because it's Solent Wars. 3 Bream where you were on Monday. Nice. Kev, do you worry too much about tide when you're bream fishing? The state of the tide, high tide, low tide. Hey buddy, how you doing, Motor Nuts? Never tried sand. No. It's supposed to be like really good ray bait, isn't it, sand eel? But again, I can't comment because I've never had one, so. Right, I need to rig up, get these out. Last chuck on all three, I think. Right, that was the sand eel that's just gone out. Right, last one's going out now. So yeah, first one I've chucked out had sand eel on both hooks, and the second one I put a whole black lug and tipped it with a big hunk of squid. So I'm going to put a big lump of squid now on the ledger, and hopefully it might entice something, but it's looking pretty unlikely. Boom, we are done. They're out for the last time. Rich, I think there's more people in the chat than there is from Southampton. Yeah, West Wight is very quiet. It's nice. But then I did move from Cornwall. Not always, Ross. There's not always fish about, buddy. I can vouch for that. Mind you saying that, it could just be my tactics, my fishing expertise. Yeah, definitely into the ebb now. It's definitely going. No, mate, I don't go to the speedway. It is at Smallbrook. They still do it. They with those yeah, crazy bikes. Yeah, man. Thank you, Kev. I'm still here, still trying. I knew I should have gone to the common. Yeah, apparently the place has been hammered as well. I was talking to somebody about it the other night, and they said the place has been hammered and the sole have been hammered. A lot of the flatfish have been hammered around Totland and Colwell. It's just started to ebb, mate. It's dropped maybe 2 feet, so it's probably about half the tide already over here. Maybe a foot. It's just started to go. Cheers, Finton. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, yeah, that's right, Kev. Yeah. I always look at it when I'm fishing the pier. You know, you get to dusk and you can see across and you think, oh, it looks alright over here. And you think, because it's near the harbour, it's not exactly far from Norton Wall. I mean, I could cast to Norton Wall. I was going to go to Brook. I was either going to go to Brook or back to the Common. But I thought, well, I did a live at the Common last time, so I'm sure everyone doesn't want to see the same spot every time. Oh, Steve, mate, you missed it. I had a clonker. No, I've had nothing, Steve. Cheers, Martin, buddy. Take care, mate. Yeah, nothing. Well, it's good to get the blank out of the way now because I'm fishing in the comp on Sunday, so I don't want to be blanking then. too shallow, yeah. Who lives in Rye Pier? No, mate. I've fished Yarmouth Pier quite a few times. When I first started fishing, I fished Yarmouth Pier loads of times because it's really easy, and I'm catching pretty good mixed bag off there, to be honest. And then I don't know why I've stopped fishing it. Well, some of the reason is because I'm doing the videos and I feel like a bit of a tit when there's loads of people around. What's happening? Has it gone dark? What do you mean? I've just sat down. What are you on about? Hello. He who dares, Rodney. He who dares, buddy. There you go, Rich. That's a bass, mate. That's what a bass looks like. Awesome. I'm measuring this, baby. He's slim, but he's 45, 44, 45, but he's skinny. I don't know. I'm taking it, man. It's big enough to eat, so I'm having it. Yeehaw! Yeehaw, yeehaw. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Beauty. That's another cast coming. Come on, mate. That's how you do it. He got a fish. Yeah. That's awesome. I threw my phone on the floor. Absolutely threw it. Oh, sorry, Steve. It's too late for that, man. And motors. It's in size, so I do fish to eat. I know some people don't like that, but yeah, I fish to eat, man. Yeah, sorry guys, if some of you are not cool with that. I do get it. You know, if it's undersized, it would have gone back. But I will eat that. You know, I don't eat meat, so that's my protein there. It's always been about fishing for food for me. You know, I'll eat dogfish. I eat a lot. You know, pretty much. Obviously, you know, eels and stuff like that. If I caught a smoothhound, I would put that back, obviously. But yeah, I mean, if bass and bream, if it's in size, you know, you're allowed to. I do get where you're coming from, but you know, I'm of this side where I'm going to eat it if I can. I don't need to eat it. No, you're right. I don't need to eat it. But then people don't need to eat a lot of stuff that gets killed. And if I'm going to eat fish, I'd rather eat that fish than a fish that's caught off a trawler or that's farmed and it's full of all sorts of hormones and pumped full of antibiotics. I don't want to start going on, but that's the most sustainable fish that you can possibly eat, in my opinion, because it's caught with my rod in the water. So I get it, I do totally get it, but that's my personal view on it is that. Not saying it's right, but that's just how I feel about it. Right, I am going to have one more cast now. That was on black lug, so I'm going to bait it up again and I'm going to get it back out. Where's my rod? Ah, mate, I'm shaking. Yeah, I mean, I don't, as you can, as we all know from the banter, like, I don't catch many fish, but I've had 4 keeper-sized bass this year, and I've kept them all. Um, so, yeah, I know some people don't agree with it, but you know, there's a lot worse things that could be done. Like say, you know, if I take half a dozen, even if I took 10 bass in a year to eat, the impact that I'm having on the bass supply in the sea and on the environment is far, far less than somebody who's going to go to McDonald's and eat a burger. So I'm alright with it. So I do apologise if some of you are not. Yeah, it's a toughie. It is a toughie, but and I know what. Yeah, like, but actually, how many anglers are all the fishmongers and the restaurants and everywhere else? I don't think anglers have that much of an impact. I mean, yes, I'm not saying they don't. Of course they do, but in the grand scheme of things. You know, I don't think it's up to the everyday angler to sort out the bass stocks. I think it's up to quota systems and throwing back his bycatch, and it gets thrown back dead. I think that's a waste. So every time you go to the fishmonger and you buy a piece of fish, just think of all the other fish that got thrown back dead just so you could eat that one. It's very, very doubtful it's a female fish. I will find out when I gut it, but normally you'll find the fish that are around that size, which is probably about 1.75 pounds, will be males. It's normally the bigger fish, 6 pound and up, that are the females that are breeding size. As far as I'm aware, that's what I've read anyway. Mate, there's a shit ton more bass in the sea than cod. Sorry, but cod. That's why they call cod unicorns, man, because they're rare as rocking horse shit. I've never caught a cod. I've never even seen a cod being caught. Apart from watching on videos and stuff. I think probably only about 6 cod got caught on the whole of the Isle of Wight last year. Well, there you go. That's probably what it is, buddy. It's kind of a bit more of a reversal, I guess. The Solent, there's a lot of bass in the Solent. Yeah, there's a lot of bass in the Solent. Very, very little cod. I mean, no cod are rare when people travel halfway across the country to go to fish the Bristol Channel just to get a cod, or they go to Chesil to try for a cod. You know, that's how rare cod are. But bass, they're not plentiful, but we definitely have a good few of them here. Yeah, righto, Rich. Sorry, mate. I thought they were the same. Yeah, I think so. Like I say, I do understand that other anglers want to put them back and stuff, and that's fine. You know, I know some anglers that don't eat any of their catch, which I personally I find that quite strange. But that's part of the reason why I stopped doing freshwater fishing, because I used to do a bit of carp fishing, and I stopped doing that because I wanted to eat my catch and not put it back really. So then in a hope of being able to catch trout to be able to eat, but then I didn't like paying 15 quid for the privilege every time I wanted to. I didn't fish for years and years and years, so now I've sort of just got into it again really. I just really enjoy it. £18. What is that? Is that cod or bass? That's a big. Well, either way, it's a big old fish. Who's that, Steve? Me? I fish for dinner. I do enjoy the sport of fishing. There's a few species that I would like to catch because I've never caught one. Like I'd like to catch a big smooth hound, just because it's it's a big fish and they look incredibly cool. I'd like to catch a ray because I've never caught a ray. But once I've caught a ray, I won't be wanting to catch another one. I just want to catch one to have a look at it really close up. But yeah, mainly, like tonight, I've come out fishing for bass and bream, purely because I can eat them. But yeah, I fish for food. I like to think of it as foraging, to be honest, a hunter-gatherer, that's what we would have been doing. But obviously I don't want to hunt it to extinction. Ah, nice. Nice one, you got a boat. Cool, man. Thank you, Ross. Skegness Beach. Yeah, Skegness isn't that far from here, is it? Skegness is where I think they've got a Butlins there, haven't they? Yeah, I would like to get one. I'd like to try and get a big hound when my stepson's around, to be honest. Because he's always been into sort of like marine biology and just animals in general. And I think he would be well impressed to see any big fish. He really wants to catch a big conger. See, conger I'm not fussed about catching. I'd like to get if I caught a decent enough sized conger, around 8 to 10 pounds, I'd probably take that to eat as well, to give it a go. Although I've heard mixed reports about it, but people used to eat conger a lot. I think people just got a bit too picky about it. like pouting. Pouting's great. Rich, you got lucky one day, dude. One day you got a couple of hounds. One day you get a couple of hounds and that's it. You're like all over it. Yeah, that's what I've heard, Ross, about conger. Mullet, yeah, I've never fished for mullet. I remember trying to fish for mullet with my granddad years and years and years ago when I was about 10. So yeah, that's 32 years ago now. And never caught one. Tried for like 3 years. And I took Jake out on the boat, and he was in the harbour with a set of feathers and a bit of bacon, trying to catch one. And I said, "You're never going to catch one, buddy. I spent 3 years trying to catch a mullet." And he caught one straight away. But they're supposed to be really good eating if you're not going to get it out of the harbour. I think estuary mullet are all right. It's just the ones in harbours that taste like shit. They don't taste very nice. Yeah, well that's one of the things that I saw him doing was the conger shoddy. Yeah, and I don't watch him as much as I used to, but he's definitely inspired me to do more fishing. I mean, I've always been into foraging and stuff, but he's very lucky, dude. Like, the foraging they have over there is incredible. £12, yeah, that's good. Yeah, double figure is good. £17, man, that's nearly £20. That's a big old fish. I mean, it'd be nice to catch a double figure anything off the beach. I think that would be quite a you know, a struggle to get it up. Well, it looks like I will be able to do an edit after all. I didn't do much of the I haven't done hardly any filming, but that'll keep David B happy. I started doing the edits actually because he suggested it. Do an edit of the live. £32, wow. No way, dude, is it? First fish on the island, you see them caught in black lug. I had one in the comp that got me second place last weekend. I've got to edit the video, but I had one then. That was on black lug as well. Exactly the same, black lug tipped with squid. Oh, cheers, buddy. Take care, Shuggy boy, mate. given it. I've fished longer than I thought I was going to. That's what getting a fish does. Alright, well, you know, I'd like to show my appreciation again anyway, like I say, for everyone tuning in. It's always much appreciated. Like I say, the support you guys have given has been pretty good. Well, it's been amazing, to be honest, not pretty good. That's an understatement. It's been great. I know. Yeah, mate, Kev. Yeah. I'm so glad I did that last chuck though. Oh, 10% on my battery as well. Yeah, man. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Oh, I'm calling it. Gonna knock it on the head. So, caught a fish, so that's a bonus. But yeah, thank you, all of you lot, and for the banter and stuff as well, and all the chats. But yeah, say to everyone that's still in the chat, like I say, watch this space for the Silent Wars. It should be a good giggle, I think. There's definitely gonna be some banter. But yeah, it'll be fun. Team Isle of Wight is going to take it. I mean, I think we'll just go for bass. I've had a few bass now, so definitely bass. Bass is on the menu. But yeah, cool, man. Thank you everyone for stopping in. Like I say, it's been awesome. It's always a good chat and stuff like that. But I'm gonna wind them in. Get home. I can get home for 12 o'clock then, so it's not too late. I've got work. I've got to be up at 6. So just one. Yeah, cool, man. No worries. Yeah, night, Kev. See bass coming down. Yeah, mate. If there was, they're probably. I reckon if I stayed for another couple of hours, I'd get someone else. But good night, mate. Yeah, cool, man. Cheers, Ross. Motors nuts. Yeah, cool, man. Appreciate everybody stopping by. It's always a pleasure. It's always fun, and I will catch you all on the next one. But I am going to sign out. Right, I will catch you all soon. Take care, everyone.